Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the Born Bookworm right here. Today I am reading the Hawthrone Legacy, which is the second book of the Inheritance games. I have read the first book before and you guys can go check out the video in my channel. So let's get into this video. This has the before and after again, just like the first video of the same. So I am so excited to read this, but I feel like it's a little repeated because as I read the back, it is like every thought that solving the riddle left by the billionaire Tobias Hawthrone would reveal why he left her, a complete stranger, his entire fortune. Well, honestly, I think it feels like we already found the answer in the first book, but they're just trying to continue it. And seeing other book reviews, I have found out that the first two books are fine and the books after that are kind of repeated alongside. And I'm not really sure, but I'm excited for this book. And like I said in the first book, this book, like the series feels like a TV series, so I do think they should make this a TV series. And the next thing is that I am really excited to read this, as from what I've heard, and I really like the first book a lot because it was just fast paced. It was not fast paced, but the book was kind of short, so it was good, and I really like that one. So I think this one would be the same, as the sizes are the same, and I'm really excited to read this whole series, and I'm just excited to is the while I'm reading, and when I was in chapter 3 or 4, I think 4, I was actually kind of very much confused because Grayson is like, if like Toby found out about what happened, he probably did, he's do not tell anyone, it's super dangerous and all. And I was like, why? So I'm gonna read more. Guys, I read the part where she found out Toby Hawthrone was her dad, and I was so surprised because oh my god, that is really so I would have never expected. And the other twists, which are not so much like these others, are so surprising. And also, this book feels really fast paced compared to the first book, and hence I like the first book more in this manner. I completed this book, but still I am not putting this footage after because I need to talk about the stuff that happened and then we can go to the after. Basically, I read the part where I found out he isn't her father and Ricky is. I was so confused, bro. This book is like, it feels like she's just trying to make twists out of twists. Toby Hawthorne is her father? Nope. It just gives Harry Potter vibes. But here and there, it also gave me a little bit of Keeper of the Lost Cities vibes. And recently, I published a video on that. You guys can do it, check out, and maybe comment if you guys want me to do the other books as well, talking about the other Keeper of the Lost City books as well. Now let's just get back into this. This was like crazy overall because the twists were amazing. I feel like I loved this book. And the twists, let me just tell you, I read the part where I was like, what? I was like, Ricky Grams is her father or Toby Hawk? I'm so confused. Then it goes to the part where like I was like, oh my gosh, like Grayson is in danger, and I was like, oh my god, more story. I'm totally not leaving this book until this book is literally done. But then turns out she's like, I'm sorry, this is for the back. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're finding the mastermind. This feels like every other book, like Agatha Oddly read, like in the first book. This is kind of what happened. Well, I feel like it shouldn't have been that. It should have been more puzzly because this whole book has been about the Hawthrone, Tobias Hawthrone's puzzles. So I think it should have been more of a puzzle and they find out. But at the end, it didn't feel like that. But overall, it was still worth it. And not that though. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know. I just want to read. I want to find out what happens. And she has that trick to keep you hooked with what you should read. But again, still Percy Jackson would be my favorite. I just feel like it has a way to you, like and not that I can also relate
right? Here also there's like that relatable thing, but still not much, but still it will totally keep you hooked. First thing is that I was like, oh my gosh, I should have known it's Grayson, because not Grayson, it should I'm so sorry, it is not Grayson, do not take it that way. Okay, I just checked his name, it's Sheffield Grayson, my bad. So yeah, he basically was the person who wanted to find out more about Toby. So I feel like I was so confused because Melly wanted him to come as well, and I was like, oh my gosh, and I was so confused with the relationship. But then later I saw this video, that's why I took long reading it, because I was so confused. So I took this video and I saw that video while a girl was explaining this book, and then I kind of understood it. But I don't feel like it's such a big plot twist after I heard it. It's just that Tobias is one of Emily and Rebecca's sibling, I think, yeah, and something like that, yeah. And not that's not the big thing. Melly and Ellie, I think, oh my god, Eli or something, I'm not sure. Both of them are somehow half siblings. I'm not even sure at this point, and I'm really confused about that. But overall the book was really good, but I am still confused if I like the first book more. And I still don't understand how there's more stuff to solve. And honestly, I felt like it would be a different thing in this book, but still, I think the quote to suit it would be, I'll tell you in the after. So welcome to the after, and I'm so excited to tell you about it. It was a wonderful experience reading this book. First, when I read the first half, I was really bored and I was like, this is not worth it. But the second half of the book was totally worth reading, and I think it was amazing. And I feel like it is totally again worth reading. But will it ever top the first book? I'm not sure. But the difference between both of the books were that this one was way more fast-paced than the other. And when I also read the sneak peek of the final gang beat, it was the same. It was also fast-paced, because from her birthday she went quickly to from a few months ago quickly to her birthday. So I think the point is basically to show that she had a birthday long enough, it was important, and there were some plans for it, and I think that was the point. But still it was fast-paced, and the plots totally kept me reading. But one of the plots, which was about Melly and her bodyguard, I feel like it was really confusing, and overall when I found out the plot, it didn't feel much. And I think it was probably because I read it and found out the video way, not the book way, so that's probably the reason. But still, and by the way, the quote was, Albert's one stone. Overall, it was worth reading, it was amazing, but it had its cons like every other book, and I just loved it. But still had its problems, which I didn't really like very much. I think she could have probably wrote it better in small ways, and it's fine. It was still good. It still made me want to read the third book. Is your favorite Hawthrone? So if you like the video, I strongly suggest you to read the book, and before that, first read the first book for sure first. Bye.